it's been an amazing day here. There's been some traffic in and out of here all day long. It's so exciting to see, and apparently 300 people voted yesterday in the town clerk's office, on top of all the number of people who've been early voting. So it's just so great to see people participating and using their sacred right to vote and come out and really make a statement. So we'll see what the votes say, but it's wonderful to see people so engaged.
Ramp, if you'd rather take the ramp down, might be easier.
Right? Hard times, I think it's up. Go back up. Well. How are you?
Here,
See you here.
yeah.
Yep, I'll give it to you.
And your first 79 cross? 79 cross?
Still at, where you looks at?
The person with the ballots.
So right behind me? I'll give you some out. Split the alphabet in half to make it easier to process.
Here you are. Here's your address. Whoever's back there. Hi there.
Hi.
Leslie?
Hello.
First name? Matthew? What's your address, Matthew? Okay, you're all set.
Fairchild, you're in F. First name? Alright, Robert. Alright. There we go. Alright, so right behind me, we'll just wait for an attendant to give you your ballot instructions.
Yes, thank you. Nancy. If she doesn't touch you, you're okay? Okay. Hi, how are you? Good. What's your last name? Diane? Hi, I'm sorry.
Cottage Street, okay?
I'm the dean of the JPs.
Has this been one of the lakes? Are you also down in the district?
Yes.
I don't remember my
No question.
South Main Street.
I've been the JP for 30 years, and I have been through
Good, also down in your
since
district?
1992,
Sorry.
District 1. You're not Oak Street.
1990, since the 1990 election. I have been doing this,
So I'm on South
and
Main on
this is clearly the biggest turnout I've seen in an off-year situation. The other thing I was kind of surprised to hear the other day, this was on VPR, that Brattleboro has the highest percentage of early voters in the state, which is really surprising. I knew we had a lot of early voters, but that we were the highest percentage in the state of Vermont at the last election because the system and the people who really feel. System works.
Hey, how are you? Are you all set? Reminder on your district, or
I'm sorry,
what district?
Great, thanks.
Sure.
What street do you live on?
Green Hill Parkway.
District 1. You're right in the front doors there.
Thank you.
Green Meadow Road.
District 1.
Right, follow him.
Yep, follow him. North
Thanks.
Street. Oh, they think that's 2.
Okay.
North Street, nope, 3. Close, but no better. So right inside, you'll see the number. Hi.
Hi, 68 Main Street.
Oh, Maine.
Anybody needs help with their district number, be happy to help you out.
Come on, get up.
What's your,
My name?
no, what's your street?
Okay, go ahead, break it
Now,
in.
how far out?
Hey, folks, you all set on your district?
Okay, the next one.
Okay, what number, what street do you live on? William Street.
Anybody need help knowing where their district is?
William.
Right up here, please.
Well, it depends, what number?
Pretty educated.
Right, no, I need the, what
District
street?
2.
That's about perfect. It is. Very
So what's the first name line? Make sure I hit the Oh, yeah. First time I
My name is Emily Wright, and I live here in Brattleboro, and I just voted, and it's great.
And I'm John Wright, and I also just voted, and you should go out and vote too.
That's wonderful. Tell me, is your first time?
This is my first time, well, I voted in the primary, but this is my first time in a general election, not with a mail-in, because when I was in college, I just voted with a mail-in, but it's really good to be here and see everybody doing it. It feels exciting. It feels more exciting this way.
And this is my first time voting in general, and I voted last year or last 2 years ago in the primary as well.
Yeah.
Yours, we obviously don't have our final numbers from today. I believe we're over 5,000 votes total today.
So that's today voting and early voting?
Correct.
Okay.
And I can tell you that 2,661 people requested ballots early.
How many?
2,661
No, you're voting this
either requested early ballots or absentee ballots or voted early. So it looks like 50% or over of the number of people that will have voted early or absentee.
And what's the number of registered voters?
Before today,
Yeah.
because I don't know how many people we registered today, it was 9,142.
9,142 for today. And so it's safe to say that you registered.
Yes, we went through an entire packet plus, and I don't know how many.
Good to see you.
We registered a lot.
Are
Are you looking for total numbers or early? Or both?
Both, yeah.
So we had a total of 3,094 voters. 1,053 had requested absentees or voted early, and 976 were returned. So of the 3,094, 976 were early voters.
Thank you. Thank you for coming.
So I'm just comparing that to now. So, wow, so it's like more than twice the number requested now than did 2 years ago.
Correct. I mean, the early voting was presidential level turnout for early voting. It was more requests than in 2012, more requests than in 2008 presidential. It wasn't as much as 2016, but otherwise it was higher than most presidentials for requests.
Oh, okay, so 2016 was another kind of outlier in terms of, okay.
Overhead and go right to there.
Thank you.
We can stand
No,
in
it's
there.
fine, I don't, because the voters are in there.
Oh, gotcha, okay. But more than typical presidential elections, you said. Okay, so I want to make sure I get that right. So this year's early voting was presidential level, not as many as 2016, but more like around the typical presidential elections.
Yep.
Okay. All right, any surprises today?
No, I mean, it was steady all day. We probably had about 50 voters in the first 15 minutes. So there's a line out the door when we opened. The booths were full all day. It wasn't like, there were no lulls until about 6:30. Which is great.
Wow.
Yeah. We've been busy.
I'll say.
What's your street?
No, feel good.
Pine Street is, Pine Street is.
He's got his donor.
Which one, Elliot?
Yeah, John, okay, yeah, I knew it was one of the, I knew it wasn't Dan. I didn't think it was Bob.
Ladies and gentlemen, the polls are closed. If you're voting, continue voting. The last check-in is taking place now. One more?
If you want, whatever. It's not that
I'll
heavy.
take those.
Okay.
Where are these going? Those are going to tables over there, and the ballot people are gonna be separated into the 3 districts, but it doesn't matter. No, any of the tables over there. How are you, young fellow? I am absolutely wonderful. How are you? Very well. Very good. So.
So as long as we have a good, another tape that's good. Well, this one wasn't, so you know that it's
I got some more over here.
If more people voted, you would have had to empty it halfway through.
We would have had another day.
Okay.
Kindly, you're welcome. Give them a tie. That's it. Okay.
Is that all of them?
That's all of them. Shouldn't be any in the side bin, right?
This is not that. Driving down here, I heard the weekend work. Doesn't sound like how it is.
Tomorrow's supposed to be gone.
Yeah, but I know you can put it down. Please do such a brain job. We've done one thing. Well, you know what, they got even put on the chicken west.
So I think of that one. So I think of
at them and worked at them and worked at them. But this spring we got rid of all the tumor. I only saw one summer. At the end of the summer.
Yeah. I tell you, I had 3 of them, 3 cars. Chipmunks, maybe.
Trees and little puppies.
Decide to leave. He's not feeling set up. Decided.
Who's ready for results? Okay, so a reminder that these are unofficial results. It does not include write-ins, and it's only for the results in Brattleboro, okay, for the November 6th midterm general elections. The official results will come out whenever the state gets them out, once they tally all the town's results.
Does it include early?
It includes early, but again, it does not include write-ins, because as you can see behind me, they are still working on that. Okay, I'm just going to read the highest vote getters, so the people who won, rather than going through all of the names and all of the votes, okay? And we can get copies of this if people want. Okay, so for U.S. Senator, we have Bernie Sanders at 4,283 votes. For Representative to Congress, we have Peter Welch at 4,217 votes. For Governor, we have Christine Hallquist at 3,391 votes. For Lieutenant Governor, we have David Zuckerman at 4,028 votes. For State Treasurer, we have Beth Pierce, 3,970 votes. For Secretary of State, it goes to Jim Condos, 3,849 votes. For Auditor of Accounts, Doug Hoffer at 3,659 votes. Attorney General, T.J. Donovan, 4,023 votes. State Senator, this was a vote for not more than 2. We have Becca Ballant at 3,868 votes, and Jeanette White at 3,293 votes. For State Representative, District 1, Emily Kornheiser, 1,473 votes. District 2, Molly Burke, 1,491 votes. District 3, Tristan Tolino, 1,530 votes. For Probate Judge, Jody P. French, 4,326 votes. For Assistant Judge, this was a vote for not more than 2. Lamont Barnett, 3,044 votes, and Patricia W. Duff, 4,097 votes. State's Attorney, Tracy Kelly Shriver, 4,426 votes. For Sheriff, Keith D. Clark, 4,263 votes. For High Bailiff, Mark Anderson, 3,579 votes. For Justice of the Peace, I'm not reading these in order of the number of votes. I'm going to read the 15 highest vote getters as they appeared in alphabetical order. Jane E. Buckingham, 3,063 votes. Franklin J. Crisco, 3,256 votes. Diane L. Cook, 3,185 votes. Richard H. Cook, 3,106 votes. Peter Gould, 3,600 votes. Elliot C. Greenblatt, 2,969 votes. Martha Healy Nelson, 2,120 votes. Mary Ann Holt, 3,069 votes. Richard Kenyon, 980 votes. Lee Madden, 2,932 votes. Sherry J. Manning, 2,655 votes. Beverly Mary Miller, 1,995 votes. Robert A. Ozer, 1,982 votes. Gail W. Spino, 3,357 votes. And Veronica A. Wheelock, 3,225 votes. Total number of voters was 5,174 votes. And that includes absentees and earlies. 174.
Did you say we would be able to get a copy of that?
Let me check. Hey Jane, are you able to print copies of this? You did. You are one.
I have some, I can print more. Do you have? Didn't know how many would be.
So the total, the winners aren't highlighted or anything. You're welcome. Need a copy? We have one more copy.
Are you going to say anything else? Are you going to say anything else?
If there are questions, I can answer questions. Otherwise, I have nothing else to say. Yeah.